Hello everyone and welcome to USA Legend Archive. Today we share the somber news of American icons and global stars who have left us in the past few days. We are here to honor their memories and ensure they are not forgotten. If you find value in these tributes, please consider giving us a thumbs up. It truly helps our channel continue this work. Thank you for being here with us. Now let's look back at the lives we lost. Len Garry, the influential British musician and a founding member of the Quarrymen, passed away on March 15, 2026, at the age of 84 following a short illness. His passing marks a poignant moment for music history, as he was a vital link to the very origin of the Beatles. In a heartfelt statement his family shared, Len passed away peacefully surrounded by his loved ones. He was a man of great humor and even greater stories, whose place in musical folklore is forever secure. Born on January 6, 1942 in Liverpool, England, Len grew up as a close childhood friend of John Lennon, eventually joining the skiffle group that would change the world. Len Garry gained international recognition for his role as the tea-chest bass player in the band where Lennon and McCartney first met. His presence on that historic day at the Wilton Garden Fete in 1957 remains a cornerstone of rock and roll lore. Beyond his early contributions, he was celebrated for his enduring dedication to the group's legacy, later touring with the reformed Quarrymen to share the authentic Liverpool sound with global audiences. In recognition of his unique historical impact, he remained a beloved figure at Beatles festivals worldwide, often appearing in celebrity news features dedicated to the legends of Merseybeat. Though he is no longer with us, Len Garry's artistic legacy endures through the humble skiffle rhythms that paved the way for the greatest musical revolution in history. Meet Loaf, the powerhouse American rock singer and larger-than-life performer, passed away on January 20th, 2026 at the age of 78. His passing silenced one of the most theatrical voices in music history, leaving a legacy of operatic rock that defied conventional genres. In a moving tribute, his family stated, "Our hearts are broken to announce that the incomparable Meat Loaf passed away tonight. From his heart to your souls, don't ever stop rocking." Born Marvin Lee Aday on September 27, 1947 in Dallas, Texas, he overcame a turbulent childhood to find his calling on the stage. His early career was marked by a commanding presence in musical theater, notably in the cult classic The Rocky Horror Picture Show, where his raw energy first captivated audiences. Meat Loaf gained international superstardom through his legendary collaboration with songwriter Jim Steinman on the 1977 masterpiece Bat Out of Hell. As one of the best-selling albums of all time, it transformed him into a global icon of high-octane, emotional rock and roll. He further demonstrated his enduring talent with the 1993 chart-topping hit I'd Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That, which earned him a Grammy Award. In recognition of his vast cultural impact, he was celebrated for bridging the gap between Broadway theatricality and stadium rock. Though he is no longer with us, Meat Loaf's artistic legacy endures through the soaring crescendos and passionate performances that remain etched in the hearts of millions, forever earning him a place in the USA Legend Archive. Breaking news: 80 million records sold, 35 #1 hits, the voice that healed a broken nation after September 11th. But today, at 67, this country music titan can barely stand on his own stage. A silent, degenerative thief is stealing his balance piece by piece, leaving him trembling under the very lights that once crowned him king. Yes, we are talking about the legendary Alan Jackson. But is the illness the only thing breaking his heart? Or is it the tragic phone call from 2018 that changed his family forever. From a house built by his father's hands to the final Last Call tour, his journey is a masterclass in grit and raw truth. How would you rate Alan's legendary soul out of 10? Drop a comment below. Your tribute matters. Unlike the stars who chased the bright lights of Nashville, and Alan Jackson brought the dirt of Georgia with him. In 1985, he wasn't a celebrity. He was a husband in a mailroom, sorting letters for people whose fame he could only dream of. His breakthrough wasn't about a lucky audition. It was about a wife's fierce belief. When Denise approached Glenn Campbell at an airport, she wasn't just asking for a favor. She was betting on the soul of a man who refused to sing anything but the truth. While the 90s industry demanded pop country crossovers, Alan stood his ground with a weathered hat and a steel guitar. He didn't just sing songs like Chattahoochee, he defended a lifestyle. He became the conscience of the genre because he remained the same mechanic son who knew that a song, like an engine, only works if it's built with honest parts. And the most haunting part of Alan's journey is that his greatest enemy was already in his blood. Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease is the silent thief that has slowly unraveled his physical strength. This is where Alan's true heroism lies. For over a decade, he performed in a state of constant hidden battle. Every time he stepped onto a stage, he was fighting a war against gravity and his own nerves. He inherited this condition from his father, Daddy Gene, a man who worked under cars until his hands could no longer grip the tools. Watching his father's decline was the blueprint for Alan's own resilience. He didn't go public for years because he didn't want the disease to become his identity. But as the stumbles became harder to hide, he faced the world with the same blunt honesty he used in his lyrics. He isn't just losing his balance. He is showing us how a man stands tall when his legs are failing him. Fame often feels like a shield, but for the Jacksons, it couldn't stop the storm of 2018. The tragic death of his son-in-law Ben just a year after marrying Alan's daughter Maddie was a blow that no amount of platinum records could soften. This wasn't a country song heartbreak. It was a devastating reality that forced a father to watch his child endure the unthinkable. Through the legal battles of his career, the IRS scares, and the personal grief, Alan didn't retreat into bitterness. He leaned on the simplicity of his roots. His marriage to Denise survived the pressures of the road and the infidelity of the early years, growing into a bond forged in forgiveness and faith. Today, she isn't just his wife. She is the strength that allows him to keep his last call promised to the fans. Today, at 67, Alan Jackson's legacy isn't measured in trophies, but in his refusal to be silenced. He remains the bridge between the legends of the past and the uncertainty of the future. When you see him now, leaning on a stool, gripping the mic, his voice as rich and steady as ever, you aren't just seeing a singer. You are seeing a man who has lived his lyrics. He has shown us that being country isn't about the truck or the boots. It's about the courage to tell the truth, even when your voice trembles and the world is moving on without you.
If my man ain't got no money, and I want to give it to him.
Etta James, the legendary American vocalist who redefined rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and jazz, passed away on January 20th, 2026 at the age of 73 due to complications from leukemia. Her passing silenced a voice of unmatched raw power, leaving a profound void in the music world. Longtime manager Lupe de Leon stated, "This is a tremendous loss for the family and the world. She was a dynamic artist who could sing it all." Born Jamesetta Hawkins in 1938, she emerged as a gospel prodigy before achieving mainstream stardom. Throughout her career, she garnered 6 Grammy Awards and 17 Blues Music Awards, cementing her status as one of history's most decorated artists. Etta James, achieved global immortality with her 1960 signature ballad, At Last, an enduring anthem for romantic milestones. Her versatility was legendary, and from the gritty defiance of Tell Mama to the soul-stirring vulnerability of I'd Rather Go Blind, these performances showcased an emotional depth that influenced icons like Beyoncé and Adele. In recognition of her pioneering spirit, she was inducted into both the Rock and Roll and Blues Halls of Fame, forever remembered as one of the greatest American stars of all time. Although she is no longer with us, Etta James's artistic legacy endures through the powerful, earth-shaking melodies that remain the soulful heartbeat of American music. LaMonte McLemore, the visionary founder of the legendary vocal group The Fifth Dimension, passed away on February 10, 2026, at the age of 86. Beyond his soaring musical career, he was a pioneering fashion photographer who broke racial barriers in the publishing world. In a heartfelt tribute his family shared, LaMonte was a man of immense elegance and creativity, who saw beauty in everyone he photographed and everything he sang. Born on September 17, 1939, in St. Louis, Missouri, he initially pursued professional baseball before his artistic talents led him to the vibrant music scene of Los Angeles. McLemore gained international superstardom as the backbone of The Fifth Dimension, whose champagne soul sound dominated the late 1960s. His smooth vocals contributed to timeless hits like Up, Up and Away, and the iconic Aquarius/Let the Sunshine In, which earned multiple Grammy Awards. Simultaneously, he made history as the first African-American photographer for Jet magazine, capturing the grace of Black women for over 5 decades. In recognition of his multifaceted brilliance, he was inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. Although he is no longer with us, LaMonte McLemore's artistic legacy endures through the harmonious melodies and stunning visual archives he gifted to the world. The sonic landscape of modern hip-hop and neo-soul lost its primary architect as Bob Power, the legendary Grammy-winning recording engineer and producer, passed away on March 2, 2026, at the age of 73. Known for his meticulous ear and vibrant clarity, he was the hidden hand behind the genre-defining sounds of the 1990s. In a heartfelt statement his family shared, "Bob lived for the perfect frequency. He was a teacher and a mentor who believed that music was the highest form of human connection." Born in 1952, Bob's journey began not in the studio, but as a classically trained musician and composer, a background that allowed him to bring an unprecedented level of musicality to the mixing board. Bob Power gained international reverence for his transformative work with A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, and Erykah Badu. His technical brilliance on albums like The Low End Theory established the warm, jazz-infused aesthetic that remains a gold standard for producers worldwide. Beyond the studio, he was a dedicated professor at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, inspiring countless students with his profound technical knowledge and humility. In recognition of his immense contributions, he was celebrated as a pioneer who elevated audio engineering into a high art form. Although he is no longer with us, Bob Power's artistic legacy endures through the crisp snares and soulful grooves that continue to define the heartbeat of urban music.